A major blow for a small borough in Delaware County. Leaders in East Lansdowne voted to close their only fire station. They say there just isn't enough money and there aren't enough volunteers. NBC 10's Johnny Archer tells us what's next for the safety of the people living there.
It was an emotional night for one firefighter we spoke to who volunteers here at East Lansdowne Fire Company after finding out the East Lansdowne Borough Council passed a resolution to shut down this fire station after 114 years of service.
Motion is approved.
A historic day in East Lansdowne Monday night. Borough Council passing a resolution to close their only fire station. Deputy Chief Steve Castellano has been a volunteer for 21 years, joining as a cadet when he was just 14 years old.
It's an emotional time. Not really about me or where I stand, but the history of the organization. The number of people that we've had over the years, 114 years of service. Serving the same community as this massive fire in February 2024 when 5 family members were shot and killed during a domestic situation. Currently, lack of funding and low volunteer numbers are behind the closure. Only 5 active volunteers serve in the fire company. We'd love to see that number at 15, 20, 30. When I joined here in 2004, we had 30, 35 active members easily in the fire company. The borough's mayor cites the fire company's response times as part of the problem too.
They were never first on scene in East Lansdowne, all right, to our knowledge, for months.
You're saying neighboring fire departments got there before East Lansdowne Fire Department?
Absolutely.
The fire station serves more than 2,700 people who live in East Lansdowne, like Will Stanton, who expressed his concerns at Monday night's borough meeting.
My concern about this letter that I got on Friday was there's nothing in there about financial information, nothing about what we've been paying for the fire company, and nothing and there's nothing about what we will be paying.
Borough officials say they will use the already established fire tax to pay neighboring fire departments to respond to emergency calls. Lansdowne, Yeadon, and Cardington-Stonehurst fire companies are all about a mile away from East Lansdowne Firehouse. But the mayor says negotiations between the companies are still being worked out. Meanwhile, East Lansdowne's fire department is asking for about $120,000 a year to stay operational. The mayor says that number will likely be higher and too much for the borough to afford.
And make no mistake, we did the financial analysis, all right? We would have to raise taxes to our residents 60%. 60% to cover part-time.
It's 10 years of requests for additional funding falling on deaf ears and not receiving that funding. And this is not an issue here in just East Lansdowne or Delaware County. It's a nationwide issue, especially with these smaller town fire departments.
Johnny Archer, NBC 10 News.